So here we are then with Season 2 of F1 2021 and my Immersive Driver Career Mode with our brand new team, Ferrari. If you missed the last episode, go and check it out because at the end, we negotiated our seat with Ferrari. Now, we have no idea what is going to happen with the other team moves and with the very nature of this immersive driver career, we have no idea whether this move will work out. I cannot control the R&D in this series. The team control it. It is all automated, and with the regulation changes, lots and lots of Ferrari's parts are under threat. So we have no idea what the pecking order is going to be going into Season 2. Who knows what can happen? It is going to be absolutely insane. And I really, really can't wait to get into it. So if you guys are looking forward to it too, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. And in the comments section, leave a little line about where you think we will finish in the championship this season. Of course, with Alpine last year, we finished 11th. Carlos Sainz actually won the final 2 races of the season for Ferrari. So they're in good form. But everything is about to change. So we're going to finish the season. And we're going to see what happens. Here we go. And we massively increase our acclaim up to 11. I guess, you know, we're being compared to Charles, but it should be Fernando. It would be great if that happened. But here we go then. Let's find out what's about to happen in Season 2 of F1 2021. So, we can actually add in China to Season 2 and make it a 21 race season, I believe. You can only have 20 races. So we can take one off if we want and have China in there as well. Which I think I might do, to be honest. Just to mix it up a little bit. So we can have China in there. What race are we going to take out of the mix? I'm thinking Singapore, because that has been cancelled in real life. Potentially Australia. So you can remove Singapore. That would certainly make it a lot more interesting, I think. So take Singapore out. Pop in China instead. What I'm interested in, looking at these track difficulties, that's very bizarre. Seeing all of that. Apparently Singapore is a very hard circuit. So we can do 20 races, we can do 16, we can do 10. Yeah, I am going to go 20. We are going to add in China, and we're going to take away Singapore. And see what that happens. Singapore's probably my least favourite track on the calendar. So, there we go. That's what we'll do.
That's everything we need. You can go back and edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season. But if you're ready to go, hit Advance to head to Team HQ, and we can start our push to the top of Formula 1.
Okay, I think all of that is fine. Now, I have been onto the paddock pass and bought myself a brand new helmet for the season. I think it's this one that I've bought. I will just double check. Yes, that's the one. So I think that's an awesome helmet. And potentially we will change colour at some point. But let's have a little look at the poses that we have unlocked. That's a Vettel finger there. I quite like that one. The one with the arms folded. Podium emotes. Let's have a look at these. For me, oh, he looks like an idiot. I quite like that one. Big love. No, I like this one. A little bow there to the crowd. I quite like that one. And victory radio call. So we have unlocked a few more of these.
Oh, all right. I think maybe I can start turning some of these assists off.
That's a weird one.
That was on fire! That's a wrap, folks! Woo! Thank you. I need a moment.
I don't like that one.
That's a wrap, folks. That was on fire.
I like Yeehaw. And it's Mark Webber from 2009 at the Nürburgring. Quite like that one. Right, let's advance then. And see where we're up to. So, this is going to be our first sort of look at the driver moves of this season. So, let's have a little look. So, Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas are still at Mercedes. Norris and Ricciardo are at McLaren. Verstappen and Perez at Red Bull. Leclerc and ourselves at Ferrari. Vettel and Stroll at Aston Martin. Alonso still at Alpine. Gasly and Tsunoda still at AlphaTauri. Raikkonen has gone to Alpine to join his old buddy Fernando Alonso. That is interesting. Schumacher is still at Haas. Latifi still at Williams. Russell still at Williams. Mazepin at Haas. And who has replaced Raikkonen at Alfa Romeo? It's Esteban Ocon. So Carlos Sainz does not have a seat in Formula 1. He won the last 2 races of last season and he does not have a seat. I expected a lot more to change, I must admit. I thought we'd see a lot more change. And I thought we would see Carlos Sainz in there somewhere. But look at that. Ferrari down to 6th. Alpine up to 3rd. We have made the wrong decision here. Oh dear. Oh dear. We are down with AlphaTauri. That is a horrible loss in performance. Look at this progress history. Wow. I mean, Alpine, big winners there, really. AlphaTauri as well, not losing too much compared to their rivals. We lost by far the most of any team, so we are going to be struggling to get out of Q2 at the start of this season. It is going to be almost back to where we were with Alpine, and that is crazy. But let's progress on a little bit. We'll see the car reveal, of course, and hopefully the team
we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Okay, so we seem to have a new technical guy, which is good. Ben has been left at Alpine. So we have got some R&D in progress. It is just a minor one. But let's go and see what the Ferrari car looks like this year. Oh, I wonder. Well, there you go then. The brand new Ferrari. And I don't think I've ever done any videos driving for Ferrari. I don't think I've driven with Ferrari since F1 2012, I believe. So, long time since I've driven with the boys in red. And really can't wait to get involved in this team. And we have upgraded a couple of the facilities, which is nice. So that should hopefully help. We haven't got too much in the way of R&D in progress, and it is going to be a tough old weekend, this, I think, at Bahrain. So without further ado, let's get into it and see how we get on in our very first qualifying session. Well, really annoyingly, I haven't reset the race format back to full, which is a big shame. You know, we're going to have a 5-lap sprint race to start the season. That's on me. Of course, we finished the last season with a 5-lap sprint race rather than a 50%er. And yeah, I went straight into practice. I couldn't wait to get into the Ferrari and forgot to change it back. But it is what it is. We've got a full qualifying session at the very least, and it'll be 100% live com for the race, as always, with the sprint races. And hopefully we can get a positive result, and we'll be back to the 50% as for China. But let's see how we get on in qualifying for the first race of the season. Well, here we come up to the line for our first flying lap in a Ferrari. What's it going to be? It's a 1:26.8, which puts us 4th at the moment. I think we can do a little bit better than that, though. Well, we are just about through in 14th, but we need a lot better in Q2, or it's going to be a bit of an embarrassing start for us. Well, here we come up to the line in Q2. You can see Fernando Alonso is 7th, and we only qualify 13th in our first run in a Ferrari. That is devastating, really. That is not a good lap at the end there. But Charles Leclerc, he's out as well. We did improve on our Q1 time, but we only gave ourselves one shot because we'd used 2 sets of soft tyres to get through in the first session. But we do outqualify Ocon and Tsunoda. We're in between the Alpines. I don't think we'd have found that extra half a second to get into the top 10. But look who's there in 7th and 8th. The Alpines, Fernando Alonso and Kimi Raikkonen, very evenly matched. It'll be interesting to see who starts where as we go into the first race of the season at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Lando Norris and Ricciardo, Perez, Vettel, Raikkonen and Lance Stroll, Leclerc, Gasly, the captain and Tsunoda, Ocon, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Mick Schumacher, Mazepin and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So here we are, down on track then for our first race with Ferrari. Of course, no formation lap. It is just going to be a sprint to the finish. 5 laps then. So here we go. Lights out, away we go here for Season 2 of F1 2021. It's not a great start off the grid, unfortunately for us, and we're going to have to take it nice and easy, unfortunately, into the first corner. I would have liked to have really rifled it down the inside, but we're unable to do that. But we stay in 13th. Sebastian Vettel is the car ahead of us, and you can see lots of cars taking an inside line as we go into turn 4, and we do pass a couple of the cars. Vettel and Gasly now up into 11th place. We've only got 5 laps to make an impact here, so we've got to stay on the wheel of Daniel Ricciardo and even go for the opportunity that we have there. Bulldozer Arnaud strikes again. We're into the points now, just behind Charles Leclerc, and then we've got Kimi Raikkonen in our old car, not far ahead of him. So can we stay in the points? It would be good to get a point out of today. I think we could have competed for big points had we been on the 50% races. I think we have got good race pace around here, but we'll just have to let that wait till China. But of course, last season we had a mechanical failure in the first race of the season, and it was on lap 2, I think. So, you know, anything out of today would be an improvement on last year. So we got to be positive and
Okay, you're in the top 10.
hope to stay with Charles Leclerc here. Remember, we get 3 flashbacks in these sprint races. Now Charles Leclerc very much on the gearbox of Kimi Raikkonen, but failing to make an impact as yet. It is very strange seeing Kimi Raikkonen in an Alpine. Well, just about half a second off Charles Leclerc here. Looks like one of the Red Bulls has taken the lead of this Grand Prix, which is very impressive because Mercedes have a big pace advantage. Will they be able to hold on? Raikkonen tries to break the slipstream. He seems to be losing the wheel of, I assume, Lance Stroll ahead. But here we go now, on to lap 3, and of course lap 3 means DRS. As we set a purple final sector, we do have a little chance here on our teammate, and we go down the inside. That's a good move. We're through on our teammate Charles Leclerc, and that has got to be an important one early on to stamp our authority on this team. We dropped to a second behind Raikkonen now with a poor start to the middle sector, and that could affect us greatly here as Charles Leclerc is going to have DRS on us. And we make contact. Well, I am going to flashback that. I feel bad. I don't want Charles to be out of this race. We'll take an inside line so he's not tempted this time. So 1 of 3 flashbacks gone. And that's how important it is to stay in the gearbox of the car ahead round here. Forms an almost DRS train. Especially now that we're running out of energy, and there goes Charles Leclerc looking to make the same move that we made on him. And he is safely through. Back into 9th position. But now we're going to have DRS on him. And as long as we stay within this sort of range, we're going to have a great chance on him next lap, which of course is the one that counts, the final lap. So we've got to stay with him now. Gonna struggle now, I think. We have got DRS though, and that's gonna help. Just about helps us. That's our personal best middle sector. And now we're closing in on Charles. I don't think we're going to have enough here.
This is your final lap of the race.
Final lap of the race. Got to get ourselves a good exit. And we haven't got it. Well, I'll tell you what, there goes said Vettel as well. But I don't think he's going to be able to pass us now. We're just focusing on staying in 10th place, which, you know, starting from 13th would be a positive start for us in our life at Ferrari. A pity that we couldn't make it pay when we passed Charles Leclerc earlier on. But I will certainly take a points finish.
The gap to the car ahead is 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, Vettel shouldn't really catch us up now. And it's going to be Valtteri Bottas, I think, that takes the first race of the season, and he does. Vettel is going to have a good slipstream up to the line, but he's not going to quite have enough because we finish in 10th place
That's the end of
and
the
get
race.
ourselves
We'll
a
see you in
point
Parc Fermé.
for the first time this season.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. And talk to me, what do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Well, there you go then, a solid
So
start
let's
for
review
us.
the updated drivers' standings. Valtteri Bottas takes the top spot. He's our new Drivers' Championship leader after today's result. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Well, there was a lot of incredible driving out there today, Crofty, but if I had to pick someone, it's got to be Sergio Perez. Fantastic driving.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes move to the top of the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
So there you have it then. Valtteri Bottas wins the first race of the season. Verstappen in second there. Perez third. Hamilton fourth. Norris fifth. Alonso finishes sixth for Alpine, which is a great result for them. Good to see them doing well. Stroll seventh. Raikkonen eighth. Leclerc in ninth. And we finish in 10th in the end. Which is not too bad. You know, we did overtake Leclerc on track. I think losing that time to Kimi Raikkonen was really the Achilles heel of the race for us, but we'll settle for it. A points finish at the start. You know, it will take us a few races to get into the swing of things with Ferrari, much like it did with Alpine last year, and you know, we're really looking at that middle stint of the season as to where we're going to make a big push as a team. But very, very happy with that first performance. Sorry it was a short race, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And next time out will be a 50% race around China. It's going to be really exciting and I can't wait for it, so hopefully you'll join me for that. If you've enjoyed this, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for plenty more F1 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.